You think they're judging you. You think that they're watching you constantly. You think that they're talking and thinking about you. Well, here's the harsh, bitter truth. They're actually not. And in this video, I'm going to break down why nobody is thinking about you, but also why that should set you free, not stress you out, and why it's actually a very good thing. Also, if you're struggling with anxiety and overthinking and want to build real confidence, let me help you. Book a free discovery call with me. The link's in the description down below. When I was back in high school, which is a long time ago now, I remember a teacher of mine who was a bit of an idiot saying to me and others, it is better to be spoken about than not be spoken about at all. And that's quite a famous saying. But I used to be a people pleaser. I used to suffer from really bad anxiety and social anxiety as well. And I would panic and I'd be very anxious and agitated. But then I carried that belief from the teacher that I wanted people to always talk about me. I wanted to be the center of attention sometimes, not in a narcissistic way, but not blend into the background. I wanted people to focus on me. I was dreadfully insecure. And as I've gotten older, and especially these last few years as well, I couldn't give less of a damn about people, on what they think, and whether or not they're thinking or talking about me at all. That's quite ironic from someone who works on YouTube and is creating content, but I'm not ever wanting you to think about me. I'm not vlogging about my personal life or anything like that. I'm just a guy using a camera, microphone, etc., and the internet to send you this message. This is all about insecurity, anxiety, a lack of self-worth and confidence, and also the wrong mentality, especially from a cultural point of view. Parents, communities, siblings, or the behaviors we see in other people, and especially because of social media, we think we've got to stand out. We think we need to be the main characters, the heroes of our own story, and we absolutely do from a motivational mission point of view. But if you are overly concerned about people thinking about you, either in a positive way or in a negative way, you're wasting your life. And I need to tell you these truths. So hopefully by the end of this video, it hits home so well that you no longer live this way. I had this conversation with my fiance earlier, who was dreadfully concerned about how people think about her and so on. And I said very bluntly, hopefully one day you'll join me on the path of not giving a damn what anyone thinks or whether they're thinking at all. I live a very private life outside of the SCG show, and even if I wasn't doing this, I would still be very private. I don't have personal social media. I'm not very extroverted like that. I like to keep my cards close to my chest. That's just how I live. And I couldn't be happier. So to break free, let's reveal the first harsh truth. And that is, everyone's too busy thinking about themselves. So you are there right now, living your life. You're stressing about how you look, how you sound, how you move. Well, guess what? So is everyone else. The reason I'm comfortable on camera is a bit of a long story, but to cut it short, I've had this channel for 5 years. For 4 years, I never showed my face because I didn't have the lighting, I didn't know what to do. And then I started recording off a phone, and then I took it up a level this year. If I had started recording like this about 5 years ago now, I would be concerned how I look, how I sound, move, and so on. Now I don't give a damn. Okay, I like to be somewhat presentable and clean shaven around here, etc. If my hair's good, I'll keep it like this. If my hair's bad, I'll wear a hat. But it's not about the looks. Obviously, the sound needs to be clear, hence the microphone. It's about the message. But once again, everyone else is just as concerned as you. And that's the truth. People are trapped in their own heads, their own insecurities, and their problems. As I've gotten older in life, I've realized no matter what problems I've got, my God, other people have got problems. And unless they open up to you or you see it, it will blindside you. So there you are thinking that just because your hair's messy, just because I've got spots on my head, whatever like that, and I've got these insecurities, everyone's going to be pointing and laughing. This is not high school anymore. And even if they are, it's for a brief moment. In fact, they're in their own heads. They're saying to themselves, how did I screw up my life? How did I get up to this position where I'm miserable? I'm never going to be good enough. I'm never going to be attractive. I don't make enough money. Damn, I just wish I had more control over myself. And the problems, the health problems, the problems of family, the financial problems, the mental health problems. You need to let go of the spotlight syndrome. I know you're not a narcissist. You're just scared. No one's watching. This is not the Truman Show. This is not Big Brother as such. Well, in some corners it is, but you know what I mean. Move how you want. Be unapologetically yourself. I found a rhythm that suited me. I thought I had to dress in a suit. I thought I had to have specific cameras. I just like, you know what, I'll get a 4K camera, decent mic, couple of lights, close the curtains, do a little setup behind me there, and that's it. It's not about how I look. I'm not a fashionista. I'm not selling you hair gel or hoodies. I'm selling you a message to help you. Everyone's too busy thinking about themselves. And next, brace yourself. You are not that important. But that's a good thing. Okay? That applies to me. I'm not that important. We're all not that important. But this is good. The harsh truth, and I really, really want you to take this on board. You are not the main character in anyone else's life. Even in a relationship, even in a marriage, even if you got kids, they are putting themselves over you. Just like you should be putting yourself over them. Now, am I saying neglect your kids? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you're the main character of your own life and life story, not somebody else's. Now, that is not rejection. That is not harsh in the sense that you're not good enough or worthy. So don't twist the narrative and try and excuse that truth. You are looking at it from the wrong perspective. This is freedom. If you were the main character of your own life and other people's, you would be exhausted, burnt out, and stretching to every extreme to fit in and do and please everyone else but yourself. It's freedom from pressure. There's no pressure anymore. You're not the main character of that person's life. You might think and assume you are, then that's a different story. That's a toxic dynamic and relationship where you're trying to conform to be somebody you're not. And then you're free from judgment. Again, if they're judging you and judging you harshly, then you'll never be good enough for the wrong person. And the fake perfection really grinds my gears. There's no such thing as perfection. And if people can't accept you for how you are, I'm not saying not push you if you need a bit of a push to lose a bit of weight, be healthier, level up. That's different. If they can't accept you at a base rate for who you are, then what are you doing? Drop your own ego. Stop living to impress. Stop living to fit in. Stop living to convince and gaslight yourself and others that you're happy and this is right. And instead, start living to express who you really are. It doesn't matter if someone years ago said it was a bit weird or geeky or, a bit extroverted or a bit eccentric. Who gives a damn? Express yourself. Stop being trapped and you'll feel free very quickly. Since I turned around 32, I had people tell me to unapologetically be myself. I don't hide myself on here. I don't hide myself from my fiance, friends, family. And believe it or not, I've become more popular socially and more loved and respected as a result. Who would have thought? You can do the same. And lastly, fear of judgment from others is just a prison that you've built in your head. Most men never act themselves until it's too late. Most men never express themselves. Most men never speak up or speak out. Most men never take even calculated risks because they're too afraid of what others might say, think, how they'll respond, and so on. And instead, they're in a prison in their head they've constructed themselves. How sad is that? But when you finally realize, and the older you get, that no one's thinking about you. And like I said, if they are, it's in short doses. Then you unlock real freedom. When I was at high school, people thought about me when I came into their vision, walked into the room and they'd gossip and talk about me. Then I grew up and left high school. I had friends that would do that. I've cut them out. I had family that would do that. I've cut them out. Now, no one's thinking about me. And here I am conveying this message to you, growing a channel with 50,000 subscribers, 5.5 million views later, coaching men and even women from all around the world with these messages. And if I can do these things, so can you. So the advice is simple. Do the thing. Don't care what it is, as long as you're not breaking the law. Do the thing. Say what you truly mean and own it. Wear what you want. Express yourself. Be unapologetically you. This is me. Take it or leave it. Because no one's stopping you but you. Oh, but this, but no, it's you. But that person, no, it's you. Own it. Isn't it about bloody time you owned it? And you did this? What are you waiting for? When's this going to happen? This should be an eye-opener for you today. No one's thinking about you. So that's your green light to go. Take the risk. Build the life. Say what needs to be said. Do it now. Of course, if you want to personalize breaking free from self-doubt and taking control of your life the right, healthy way, with no BS, no fluff, straight talking advice, let me help you. Book a free discovery call with me below and let's work together in transforming together as well. No one's thinking about you, talking, acting, whatever. If they are, they only do it in a short period, and you should cut those idiots out ASAP because they're jealous, they're toxic, they're irritating, they're immature. It's time from this moment moving forward that you finally express yourself.